Hello everyone and welcome back to another video, welcome back to another episode of online racing in Project Cars 2. Today we are in Monza in our GT3 cars once again with the Ferrari, and I've been driving with two of my, friends, two of my mates, the Silent Hunter and Spielmit Pecky. This race was recorded around about 2 weeks ago and we are approaching corner 1 in Monza right now, and as always this one is absolute carnage here. Tons of cars spinning around. Pecky just skipped the corner, he decided to just skip it. Silent Hunter also came through and I came through also kind of alright in 4th position here. It's 10 laps of Monza as you can see, and this race was absolutely great. That's why I want to show it to you. But what wasn't great was this chicane. I'm from time to time really struggling with this chicane at Monza. Actually, the first chicane is really easy for me, but the second one is hard sometimes. Also here came out really wide. Not a good racing line at all. Therefore the Ferrari now is on my right, pushes me off quite a bit, and therefore it leaves some space here, but the red Ferrari is coming from behind, just approaching 4 cars wide. The two guys behind me just, crashed themselves out. I also struggle with that Ferrari there. I would say he pushed me off and then spun out there, but the stewards thought differently, and therefore they told me to get back to position 5 because of an illegal overtake. So I'm in P5 now. The red Ferrari is in front of me. The Audi is approaching. No, he is not getting it. And in the end of lap 1, I'm down to P5. But the race will develop itself to quite some interesting thing really soon. Now approaching corner 1, the Audi is really coming close, but he backs out here. This time I hit the chicane just right here. Managed to keep up with the Ferrari really well, because I know that I'm at least as fast, as quick as him in the majority of the racetrack, except for the chicane that I'm approaching right now. Once again, braking a bit late. This time I'm at least getting it kind of right, although the exit was pretty bad. Therefore the Audi from behind comes closer once again. The double right-hander here, a bit too early on the gas, also really wide. The Audi is right next to me now, backs out once again. Thank you for that. Thank you for not crashing into me, I was scared already. Now we are on the long straight, approaching the S curve. Now that one is actually pretty hard to get. You can lose a lot of time when getting it wrong. I do get it just right, and Pecky doesn't. He spins out here. The stewards tell me that it's a corner cut. Anyway, lap 2, P4 now because of Pecky spinning out. And actually, that's basically it for a long time. I'm trying not to get a penalty there. We skip to lap 6. I just set my best first sector there. And now the race is really starting to get, kind of interesting. Silent Hunter is in P3 now. Good friend of mine. He was off into the, he was way quicker than me at first, but now he gets a second of a time penalty. This will be really important later on while I approach the S corners here. A bit wide on the first curb, got the second one just right, the third one also, and I'm really speedy when coming to the long straight. That's actually just fine. Awesome. Now we are approaching the last corner. In this corner, the Ferrari's back is really slippery. I almost spin out most of the time, but until now I managed to keep it together. P3 is getting into the pit. There's a mandatory pit stop. I will decide to go into the pit in lap 9. I just set my own personal best lap 7/10 quicker than my quickest lap before. That's actually just right. Approaching the first chicane here. Line is just alright, a bit too early on the second curb, but that's just fine. That's just alright. Now the long right-hander here. I really have to, well, close the gap to the Silent Hunter now here. And also P1 FRE is actually not that far away, only 8 seconds. It's 3 more laps. That may be possible, but not with a chicane driving like this, not with a line like this. The second curb was way too rough from my side here, but this one was just right. Silent Hunter gets a bit wide in the second right-hander, while I just hit it right. I lose some time to P1. I'm off by almost 10 seconds now, but I'm only 7 seconds away from Hunter. So I am quicker. At least, yeah, 5 seconds only. I'm at least on pace here. First curb. Yep. These curbs were absolutely awesome. Just hit the corner very, very good, very well. And I'm approaching. I'm getting closer and closer. That's actually just nice. Into the last corner. As you can see, almost spinning around. Had to counter steer here a bit, losing some time there. That's not what I want. But anyway, only 3 more seconds to P3. He lost 2 more seconds, so he probably also did a mistake there. My lap was 1.5 seconds slower than the lap before. You see, I lost a ton of time in that lap. Approaching the chicane. This time I completely misjudged it. Well, a bit late on the brake, therefore the chicane wasn't that good. Losing some time to Hunter. But we are still racing. It's still, well, 2.5 more laps to go. I still do have a chance to get him, and I will try my best to do so. Approaching second chicane. What is my line this time? Not good, but also not awful. Already a second of my quickest lap, probably because of the first chicane, which was completely misjudged. But the double right-hander here is judged just right. Yep, that one was absolutely great. Coming out of his corner really well. And I'm closing in on Hunter. It's less than 3 seconds now. 2.5 seconds. 2.7, 2.8 seconds, roundabout. Now, into the S corner. Yes, that was great. I actually wasn't able to completely go full throttle through there, but that's just fine. Pecky just spun out once again, led us through, and now is trying to get back into the race. But I am getting closer and closer to Hunter. Now it's only 1.5 seconds to go. This will be really, really close. This will be really, really fun. Good racing incoming. Good racing incoming, I see. Now it's round about 1.3 seconds only. Approaching the chicane for this time, for lap 9 here. Really nice line. Hunter, well, the exit wasn't that good, but Hunter had a worse line, had the worse line. Therefore, I decreased the gap to him once again. And I also gained some time to P1. Now it's only 8.5 more seconds. This chicane was actually kind of okay. Only 2/10 slower than my quickest lap in sector 1. Right-hander number 1 was really good. What did Hunter? What the hell, Hunter? What was that? Not a good line from your side here, but this gains me some time. I'm getting closer and closer and closer and closer. Once again, I'm almost on his tail. I'm almost on his back. I'm almost able to, well, get a move here into the S corner. Well, the second part wasn't that well from my side, therefore my exit, well, actually is kind of shit. And now I do have to get into the box, but I'm right on his tail. I will have the chance to make a move soon, but now this happens. I try to get the line, I try to get the last corner really quick and really nice, but I spin out, push myself directly into the wall, and well, thankfully I didn't spin around completely. Well, I did spin around completely, but thankfully it was a 360. But when entering the pit, Hunter did too, and Hunter got disqualified because he was too quick at the pit entrance. Therefore, thank you, Hunter, for this free position there. I really appreciate that. Now I am doing the pit stop. The guy I overtook a few laps ago when he entered the pit just, well, overtook me once again because he had the better pace there, and I'm exiting the pit in P3. But what the hell? Fred, or whatever your name is, not crossing the white line. I don't want this to happen. Fred, what is happening there? You got a 50 seconds time penalty. Did you ignore the speed limits in the pit lane, or what the hell did happen to you here? Anyway, once again the Audi is behind us, but I can already say he will not be an issue for us. He will not try to get a move, will not try to overtake us. Therefore, I can fully concentrate on getting this race home. Chicane, at least I didn't mess up the second curb there. I'm a bit nervous because the Audi behind me, well, he's kind of on pace. That's what he is. But I am in front of him. He will not make a move. But I didn't know that at this point. Now, well, I gained some time here, 3 seconds ahead of this guy. Therefore, he will not have a chance to make a move unless I completely mess up the next 2 corners here. But I'm really cautious there. Really cautious. Just did it. Just hit the apex just right. And I will come in at P3, which in practice will be P2 because of the 50 seconds, the whopping 50 seconds time penalty Fred did get. So, in the end, after 10 laps of Monza, it will be P2 for me. That actually was just right. This is what online racing should look like. This is what online racing should be like, although it isn't pretty often because of rammers, noobs, and so on. Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you liked it. If so, please leave a like, a comment, a follow, and so on. See you in the next one when it's online racing in Project Cars 2 once again. Bye.